Taylor Kenworth on third for the Vandals. Kylie Sutoff. Kylie Sathoff in the box and takes a called strike on a 3-0 pitch. Welcome to Field 2 here at U.S. Cellular Community Park as we continue coverage of the USA Softball of Oregon College Exposure 2020 Fall Classic here on TableRockSports.net, presented by TravelMedford.org. Northwest Vandals taking on the Hillsboro Diamondbacks, and Hillsboro able to retire Sathoff and the side. A leadoff hit and nothing more to the home half of the first we go. No score between the Vandals and Diamondbacks. Stick around. You're watching the 2020 USA Softball of Oregon College Exposure Fall Classic on TableRockSports.net. Welcome back. Bottom of the first inning between the Vandals and the Diamondbacks here on TableRockSports.net. Continuing coverage of the USA Softball of Oregon College Exposure 2020 Fall Classic presented by TravelMedford.org. Emma Daniel will line up in the circle for the Vandals. Catching her today is Zoe Zimmer. First pitch, throw to first, off the glove of the first baseman, Gracie Fredenberg for the Vandals, and the leadoff hitter, Carmen Sofield for the Diamondbacks, is aboard. So Zoe Zimmer catching. Kaylee Sathoff, it was over at first base, unable to make that play for the Vandals. At second base, Gracie Fredenberg. At third base, Lainey Weir. And at shortstop, Taylor Kenworth. In the outfield for the Vandals in left, Cordella Ritchie. In center, Alexis Beaumont. And in right, Peyton Hamill. Chloe Carnegie is up for the Diamondbacks, and she takes a strike. 1-1 the count. The next pitch misses low, and the count moves to 2-1. The 3-1 popped back and out of play. Count moves to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball The throw sails wide. Now a conversation in the circle for the Northwest Vandals. We're going to step away for a quick break. We'll be right back.
A parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of.
Welcome back. Kenzie Harper at the dish for the Hillsboro Diamondbacks, and she takes ball one with runners on the corners. Carmen Sofield and Chloe Carnegie both reaching via errors. The next pitch misses low for ball two. Bunt laid down, it rolls foul. And that is a walk to load the bases. Nobody out here in the home half of the first. The Diamondbacks have loaded the bases without recording a hit in this inning. Now here's Mac Meisner for the Diamondbacks, and she takes ball two. Another conversation in the circle for the Northwest Vandals. We're going to take a quick break and be right back. Two-out count to Mac Meisner for the Hillsboro Diamondbacks against the Northwest Vandals. Ground ball, speared by the third baseman. The throw to home is in time for the force. So the Vandals able to convert the play at home and prevent Hillsboro from scoring. And with one out, that will bring up Maddie Skull. Chloe Carnegie is at third. Kenzie Harper is at second. Mac Meisner is at first for the Diamondbacks. Hard hit into the left center field. That's going to score a couple. The throw to third, not going to be there. A 2-run single by Maddie Skull. She takes second base on the throw, and the Diamondbacks strike first here in the bottom of the first inning. And now Brie Loja will climb into the box. That's a fair ball down the left field line for Loza. A couple are going to score. It's a 2-run double, and the Diamondbacks jump out ahead 4-0. And now Ellie Ravens. Off the pitcher. The throw to first is going to sail wide, and the run is going to score from second. So a hard hit comebacker off the bat of Ellie Ravens allows Brie Loja to score. Everybody's safe. And now they're going to check. The Vandals are going to check on their starting pitcher, Emma Daniel. We're going to step away for a quick break. We'll be right back after this on TableRockSports.net.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and...
Welcome back. Daniel's going to stay in there and face off against Sophie Reyes as Reyes swings through the first pitch for strike one. And swings over the top of that next offering from Daniels for strike two. Then a throw down to first base, sails into the outfield, and is going to allow Ella Ravens to take second. Third error of the inning by the Vandals. Here's the 0-2 to Sophie Reyes. Swing and a miss, strike three. So 2 away in the bottom of the first inning, and that will bring up Jenna Hopkins with a chance to tack on one more. And Hopkins swings over the top for strike one. No balls and 2 strikes on Jenna Hopkins. That will get by the catcher and allow the runner to take third. That misses just outside. Count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jenna Hopkins. The runner on third and 2 away in the bottom of the first inning. Softly hit, roller to the second baseman, and the play unable to be made by Gracie Friedenberg. Fourth error in the inning for the Northwest Vandals. 6th run home for the Hillsboro Diamondbacks. And now the lineup turns over. Carmen Saulfield. She lays a bunt down, the throw to first. Not in time. The throw to third. Also not in time. So a bunt single laid down, first to third goes Hopkins. Runners at the corners for the Diamondbacks. And Chloe Carnegie due up for the second time this inning. That pitch gets by the catcher, and the play home is in time. Pitcher Emma Daniel covering home plate. Zoe Zimmer got it to her, and that will retire the side. But Hillsboro bats around in the top of the first inning. In the bottom of the first inning, we head to the top of the second. 6-0 Hillsboro. We'll be right back after this.
There's a time machine not so far away that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Top of the second inning here at field number 2 in this matchup between the Northwest Vandals and the Hillsboro Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks take advantage of 4 Vandals errors in the bottom of the first inning to take a 6-0 lead as we head to the top of the second. Zoe Zimmer will lead it off for the Vandals. She fouls the first pitch back for strike 1. You'll notice on the score bug on the bottom left-hand side of your screen, both teams the color blue. That's because both teams are wearing blue. For the Vandals, they are rocking all blue, blue tops and blue pants with black numbering, which is nay impossible to see if you're not standing 2 feet from the player. The Hillsboro Diamondbacks, as there's a ball into shallow right field, and a diving catch, and it's made. Chloe Carnegie out there in right for the Diamondbacks, 1 away in the top of the second. Hillsboro rocking the slightly easier to read white outline numbers on the backs of their jersey. So still a whole lot of dark on dark. And the sun shining high makes seeing the players' numbers a little more interesting. Going by the scorebook, Sydney Holloway is now up at the plate, and she takes a first pitch strike. That's a fair ball down the left field line. And a big turn and a single. Nice job by the left fielder, Jenna Hopkins, for the Diamondbacks, getting over there quickly to cut off that ball and limit the Vandals to a single. Ground ball, stopped by the shortstop to throw to first in time. Nice play by the middle infield of the Diamondbacks. Ella Ravens, the shortstop, feeding Kenzie Harper, the second baseman. 2 away in the top of the second inning. And that will bring up Peyton Hamill. A back pick attempt, just barely back safely. There's Emma Daniel. 0-1 the count to Peyton Hamill. And she fouls that off for strike 2. The pitch home from Meisner. Misses low for ball 1. Lifted in the air, just out of reach of the outstretched Kenzie Harper. The throw to third not in time. And taking second on the throw is Peyton Hamill. So now second and third for the Vandals with 2 out, and a multiple RBI opportunity available for Lainey Weir. And 1 the count to Weir. Second and third, 2 out. And the pitch misses outside. Evens up the count. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. 2-1 now. On Lainey Weir, trying to help her Northwest Vandals team get back in this thing. The pitch home. High for ball 3. Low for ball 4. And the bases are loaded. Now Gracie Friedenberg has the onus fall on her to get her Vandals team on the board and try and close this 6-run gap. First pitch swinging, she fouls it off for strike one. Ground ball to the shortstop, fielded cleanly, the throw to first in time. And the Diamondbacks able to convert and leave the bases stranded. To the home half of the second inning we go, 6-0 Diamondbacks over the Vandals. You're watching the USA Softball of Oregon College Exposure 2020 Fall Classic on TableRockSports.net, presented by TravelMedford.org. Bottom of the second inning. Vandals taking on the Diamondbacks. The Vandals threatened in the top half of this inning, but failed to come up with a run after loading the bases. And now a 1-ball, 2-strike count. And that one gets through into left field for a leadoff single. Chloe Carnegie at first base. Kenzie Harper is at the dish for the Diamondbacks, up by 6. In the air, driven to right, and a scooping catch is made in right field by Peyton Hamill of the Vandals. Nicely done, 1 away. And now that will bring up Mac Meisner. And she ropes one into center field for a base hit. 2 on and 1 out for the Diamondbacks here in the home half in the top of the second. And a new pitcher will come into the game for the Vandals. It's Kike Harris checking in. Excuse me, Kylie Harris. Kylie Harris in the circle now for the Vandals with 2 on and 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. Today's action is sponsored by TravelMedford.org in the heart of beautiful Southern Oregon where outdoor adventures abound. Crater Lake, the Rogue River, Mount Ashland, and miles of hiking and biking are just the beginning. Learn more at TravelMedford.org. So Kylie Harris in to pitch now. And she will face off against Maddie Skull with runners on first and second for the Diamondbacks. Skull rocking number 99 on her jersey. And the first pitch gets by the catcher and will allow the runners to advance. To third base goes Carnegie. To second base goes Mac Meisner. Meisner being pinch ran for by Maddie Howe. So that's Maddie Howe at second base. One and 0 the count to Maddie Skull. Ground ball. Stopped by the shortstop. Looks the runner back at second. Now the throw to third. Not in time. Close play at third base. The umpires are going to have a conversation. The out at first does count. The run will score regardless because they came home before the final out of the inning was made. And they are going to rule Maddie Howe safe. So an RBI fielder's choice by Maddie Skull scores Kenzie Harper. And now Ella Ravens takes high for ball one. Another run comes home on the passed ball. It's now 8-0. And 2-1 pitch misses for ball three. Outside ball four. Now the inning continues for the Hillsboro Diamondbacks. And now Sophie Reyes will get a chance here in the home half of the second inning. Her team leading 8-0. Here's the first pitch from Kelsey Harris, and misses high for ball one. And now the count, 2 balls and no strikes. And now Ravens ahead, 3 balls and no strikes. The runner on second. And that's ball 4. The inning continues for the Diamondbacks as now Sophie Reyes will step up to the plate, but not before a conversation with the Vandals in the circle. We'll stick a quick break in here and be back right after this.
There's a time machine not so far away that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins.
Welcome back. Bottom of the second inning. Runners now on second and third. Just first and second. For the Hillsboro Diamondbacks, they have an 8-0 lead over the Northwest Vandals, trying to make it more. Sophie Reyes at the dish for the Diamondbacks. New pitcher in the game for the Vandals. We'll get that for you as soon as we have a number that we can read. First pitch, misses low for ball 1. I believe that is number 3, Tatum Kelly, in the circle. And Reyes gets one by the shortstop. They're going to wave the runner home. The throw, not in time. An RBI single for Sophie Reyes, scores Brie Loja. And the score is now 9-0. Ellie Ravens moves over to third. Sophie Reyes, the RBI single, is at first. And now here's Jenna Hopkins. Hopkins takes a healthy cut for strike 1. Ground ball foul off the third base side. That's strike 2. Taking off on the throw, on the pitch, I should say, is Reyes. And she gets in safely. So now second and third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on in the bottom of the second inning. Tatum Kelly will go into her windup. The pitch home to Jenna Hopkins is low for ball 3. Count is now full. Waiting on deck, the lead-up hitter, Carmen Stofield. That's low for ball 4. The bases are loaded for the leadoff hitter, Carmen Stofield, for the Diamondbacks. Pitch home. That'll drop into left field for a base hit. Station to station go the Diamondbacks, and they've opened up a 10-0 lead here in the second. Chloe Carnegie at the dish, and she watches ball 2. Ground ball right side. Second baseman picks it up. The throw to first is in time to retire the side. The Diamondbacks leave the bases loaded, but increase their lead to double digits. To the bottom of the second we go. 10-0 Diamondbacks over the Vandals. Stick around. More softball coming your way next, right after this quick commercial break.
A parent, dad in the stands yelling at his kid, trying to coach him from the bleachers, and the embarrassment on the kid's face. It looked like he was about to cry while playing the game.
I think it's very embarrassing for a student athlete to see their parents being escorted out of the gym or off the playing field.
I'd be surprised if that kid comes back to the game.
And you risk a child enjoying the game, that you rob them of the fun. You have made a bad choice.
The days grow long, and the last school bell rings, calling you to pack a bag, grab the kids, and hit the road to that fabled land of green, where adventure drifts with you on the water and carries you through the trees. So let curiosity get the best of you and take the trail less traveled to Southern Oregon. Your journey begins when you travel Medford.
Home half of the second inning about to get underway here at field number 2 at U.S. Cellular Community Park, the home of the USA Softball of Oregon College Exposure 2020 Fall Classic here on Table Rock Sports, presented by TravelMedford.org. You saw the box score, a 10-zip lead for the Hillsboro Diamondbacks over the Northwest Vandals. Both teams rocking blue this afternoon. Yep, we finally crossed the noon threshold. Due up, top of the order for the Vandals. Here's Taylor Kenworth. First pitch swinging, and a barehanded attempt by the shortstop, Ella Ravens. Unable to handle it, and that's a leadoff base runner for the Vandals. One on, nobody out. Another ground ball to Ravens. They go to second for one, and that's all that she's going to get. A nice slide by Taylor Kenworth to break up the double play possibility. One down in the bottom of the second inning. Alexis Beaumont will step up to the plate. That is caught in center field by Maddie Skull. What a fantastic play by the center fielder for the Diamondbacks. And now here's Kylie Sathoff. First pitch misses high for ball one. Three 3-0 to Sathoff. And that finds the zone for strike one. And that's in there for strike two to run the count full. A foul ball will do it again. Hard ground ball right back to Meisner. The throw to first in time, and that will retire the side. Another clean inning thrown up by the Diamondbacks. To the top of the third we go, 10-0 Hillsboro. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break here on TableRockSports.net.
Everyday heroes live life full circle. Fill up and use your enrolled kickback card so you save 16 cents a gallon at the pumps. Get what you need when you need it. And remember, we reward all heroes with kickback cards at My Circle K. And if a call goes out for another heroic appearance, no problem. We have that one covered too. With our state-of-the-art car wash systems. Be the hero you were meant to be.
Top of the third inning here at field number 2. The Hillsboro Diamondbacks on top of the Northwest Vandals 10-0. Diamondbacks due up here. First pitch swinging and a single delivered into center field by Kenzie Harper. Already the 7th hit of the game for the Diamondbacks in 2+ innings. And now here's Mac Meisner. The 0-1 to Meisner. She watches a pitch outside for ball one. Here's the 1-1 to Meisner. In the dirt. And that will allow, rather in the turf, and that will allow Harper to advance to second base. Three balls and one strike that count now on Mac Meisner. And that is outside for ball 4. Runners on first and second for the D-backs, still nobody out. Matty Skull watches the first pitch bounce in the turf for ball 1. And that is placed foul down the third base line to even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Lifted just over the head and foul down the third base line. Just over the head of Cedella Ritchie. One and 2 the count on Matty Skull. High and away for ball 2. First and second, nobody out in the top of the third inning. Another one roped foul by Skull. Matty Skull has now worked the count full. Here's the payoff pitch. And well, low and outside for ball 4. The Diamondbacks have loaded the bases once again, this time with nobody out here in the top of the third inning. And now Bree Loja will get a chance to swing after a meeting on the mound with the Vandals. We'll be back right after this on TableRockSports.net.
I was talking to Bill.
Yeah?
Bill and Sherry got a guy.
They do? How did they get a guy?
Everything happened online, including financing. And their guy even delivered their new car to their home.
Maybe we should get a guy.
I thought you might say that. Honey, meet Kyle.
Find your guy during the Ram Power Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
Introducing Unlimited with Payback, only from U.S. Cellular. The only unlimited plan that pays you back for data you don't use. So,
I was talking to Bill.
The first pitch to Brie Loja is taken for strike one. Bases loaded, nobody out, top of the third. Ground ball into left field. Station to station go the Diamondbacks. It's an 11-0 score. RBI single by Brie Loja. Hard hit off the glove of the infielder. They're looking for it and cannot come up with the play. So an infield single, and the hits keep on coming. And that one sails high. Skull coming home. The tag is going to be applied, and she is out. So the force out at home. Skull is retired. That's the first out of the third inning. Brianne Morency is at the dish for the Diamondbacks. She swings through that pitch to even the count 1-1. One ball and two strikes on Morency. The 2-2 misses outside, and the count runs full. Brianne Morency trying to keep this inning rolling for the Diamondbacks. Swung on and missed, strike three. So an important second out of the inning for the Northwest Vandals, but they're not out of the woods just yet. Jenna Hopkins, already with an RBI single in this game today, steps into the box with the bases juiced. First pitch misses outside for ball one. Rather, just second and third. A 1-0 pitch, grounded foul off the third base side. Two in scoring position for Hillsboro. That pitch sails high for ball two. 2 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on. Here's the pitch home to Jenna Hopkins. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That retires the side, but the lead is extended for the Diamondbacks. The Vandals coming up down 12 when we come back here on TableRockSports.net.
What is a getaway? Is it leaving the familiar behind? Or discovering a place that feeds your hunger? Where passion sings, food is a culture, and every performance demands an encore. So let the journey be your destination. Then feast your eyes and nourish your soul in Southern Oregon. Your reservation starts when you travel Medford.
For several weeks, the Southern Oregon Sports Commission has shown you examples of good sportsmanship and bad sportsmanship. Here's why. 75% of youth athletes quit sports by the age of 13 because they're not having fun. 75% of rookie referees also quit each year. Why? Well, it's because of the way they're treated by coaches and parents. We can do better. We must do better. Know your role. Learn more at SouthernOregonSports.com.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, and under 6 minutes to go in this timed showcase event between the Northwest Vandals and the Hillsboro Diamondbacks. The Vandals due up here in the home half of the 3rd. Zoe Zimmer pops the first pitch up in the air, caught by the new pitcher into the game for the Diamondbacks. That is Mac Hathaway. So quickly 1 away here in the home half of the 3rd. And that was Sedelia Ritchie who flew out. Correction, no, that was Zoe Zimmer. Now Sydney Holloway is at the dish for the Northwest Vandals. Holloway checks her swing, but the ball makes contact with the bat, and that is strike 1. Hard hit through the middle of the infield into center field. A 1-out single by Sydney Holloway keeps this inning going, and that will bring up Emma Daniel. Actually hitting for Daniel, that's Tatum Kelly, who came on in relief of Daniel inside the circle for the Vandals earlier in this ballgame. So Tatum Kelly at the dish. First pitch swinging, a nubber up the first base side, and foul. The 0-2 hit high in the air, slicing foul off the first base side, and it lands on the fence. Count remains 0-2. Another pitch fouled back. Foul once again. Back-to-back base knocks up the middle for the Vandals. First and second with only one out here in the bottom of the third. Peyton Hamill now at the plate for the Vandals, looks at a first pitch strike. And check swing, fouls it off quickly for strike two. The 0-2 high and outside. Runners on first and second for the Vandals. As the clock strikes 0 on this game, this will be the final inning. Softly tapped back to the pitcher, the throw to first. Not in time. The bases are loaded for the Vandals with only one out here in the home half of the third. And that gets through for a base hit. The leadoff hitter, Taylor Kenworth. Excuse me, actually, that was Peyton Hamill. As the Vandals get on the board. Laney Weir, the RBI single. And actually, that was Delaney Hibbert. Delaney Hibbert, the RBI single to get the Vandals on the board. Bases still loaded as Gracie Fredenberg fouls off that offering. That ball lifted in the air to shallow right field, and a diving catch made by Kenzie Harper. Throw to first, not in time, but second out has been recorded, and now the Diamondbacks just 1 out away. Lifted in the air to right, and a diving attempt made by the right fielder, Chloe Carnegie, not able to come up with it. Going to be a ground rule double. Fortunate for the Hillsborough Diamondbacks, as that likely would have scored more than just 2. Taylor Kenworth delivering the 2-run ground rule double. And now here's Alexis Beaumont. Ball 2. That finds the zone that time. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Hard hit. Off the glove of the shortstop. 1 run's going to score. An RBI single by Alexis Beaumont. And the Vandals are within 8. And now a conversation in the circle for the Diamondbacks. Critical point in this game, just an 8-run lead. It was 12. It's been trimmed to 8. The Diamondbacks need to have a conversation. They need to execute properly here if they want to come out with the victory. Thrilling drama here in the finish of game number 2. The Hillsborough Diamondbacks and the Northwest Vandals locked in an 8-run game. Runners on first and third. At the dish right now, Sedella Ritchie. If she were to reach, it'd be Kylie Satoff. And then Zoe Zimmer. And then Sydney Holloway. And then it would be Tatum Kelly, who, after that, it would be Peyton Hamill, who would represent the game-tying run. So easy to see how things can go from bad to worse for the Diamondbacks here. Here's Ritchie. That ball lifted in the air. Caught by the shortstop, Ella Ravens, and that is going to do it. The Hillsborough Diamondbacks survive a furious comeback by the Northwest Vandals and win this game in 3 by a final score of 12-4. From everybody here at U.S. Cellular Community Field, and everyone at TableRockSports.net, my name is Jonathan Kerman saying so long from field number 2. You've been watching the USA Softball of Oregon College Exposure 2020 Fall Classic on TableRockSports.net, presented by TravelMedford.org. A special thanks to Pete Belcastro, Joe Brett, and Chris Phillips, who without them, none of this would be possible. Stick around. We got more action from this tournament all day long here on Table Rock Sports. Thanks for sticking with us. We'll catch you next time.